Welcome to Canada, land of open roads. You think you know driving? You've driven in your hometown? Big deal. Try navigating the diverse terrain and driving quirks of Canada. From coast to coast, it's an adventure. Just try not to hit a moose, or a goose, or get stuck behind a tractor. It happens. I'm telling you, driving in Canada is not for the faint of heart, but it's definitely memorable. So buckle up, eh? Let's take a road trip. Just you, me, and a whole lot of Canadian asphalt. Toronto, yes, the big smoke. They say New York City never sleeps. Well, Toronto never stops driving, ever. Rush hour? More like rush eternity.
You know those little courtesy honks? The after you kind? Not in Toronto. Here, a honk means get out of my way. I have places to be. And by places, I mean the next 10 feet. Forget parallel parking. It's a contact sport. And good luck finding a parking spot that doesn't cost your entire paycheck. But hey, at least you'll get good at lane changing. It's an art form here, like a ballet, with more swearing.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, land of the living skies and living, breathing road hazards, specifically wildlife.
You haven't lived until you've slammed on your brakes at 3 a.m. for a family of deer, having a casual stroll down the highway. And don't even get me started on the potholes. They're like mini craters on the moon. Oh, and did I mention the snow? Imagine driving on a giant, slippery marshmallow. That's Saskatoon in winter. But hey, at least the air is fresh. And by fresh, I mean could freeze the inside of your nostrils.
Vancouver Mountains, ocean, and traffic that rivals a parking lot sale at Walmart. Sure, the scenery is breathtaking. But good luck enjoying it when you're stuck behind a Subaru Outback going 20 kilometers under the speed limit.
And don't even think about trying to find parking in Kitsilano. You'll have better luck finding a unicorn riding a unicycle on the seawall. But hey, at least the drivers are polite. They'll apologize profusely for cutting you off while simultaneously texting and sipping their lattes. It's a special kind of zen, really.
Calgary oil, gas, and oversized trucks. Oh my, Calgary. Where the West is wild and the trucks are even wilder. I'm talking monster trucks. These aren't just any trucks. They are the behemoths of the road, the kings of the asphalt jungle. Trucks with tires bigger than your car. Imagine rolling up to a stoplight and looking up, way up, at the driver of one of these giants. It's like a scene straight out of a movie. Trucks that make the ground tremble when they drive by. The sheer power and presence of these vehicles are enough to make you feel like the earth itself is moving. And speaking of trembling, you'll be doing a lot of it at red lights. The anticipation, the rumble, the sheer size of these trucks can be quite the experience, especially if you're stuck next to one of those bad boys. You can almost feel the ground shake beneath you as they rev their engines, waiting for the light to turn green. You can feel the heat from their engines. It's like standing next to a furnace, the heat waves distorting the air around you. It's like standing next to a dragon, but with more exhaust fumes. The air thick with the smell of diesel, a reminder of the power and might of these mechanical beasts. But hey, at least the gas is relatively cheap. In a city where fuel is the lifeblood, the prices are a small mercy for those who drive these gas-guzzling giants. And there's a certain charm to a city where cowboy hats and business suits coexist. It's a unique blend of the old and the new, the rugged and the refined. It's like a Wild West movie, with traffic jams. The spirit of the frontier lives on, even if it's sometimes stuck in gridlock. The juxtaposition of modern life and cowboy culture creates a fascinating dynamic that's uniquely Calgary. Calgary is a city of contrasts, where the past and present collide in the most interesting ways. From the towering skyscrapers to the sprawling ranches, it's a place where tradition and progress walk hand in hand. And let's not forget the Calgary Stampede, where you can see these oversized trucks parading alongside horses and cowboys. It's a celebration of the city's heritage and its love for all things big and bold. As night falls, the city transforms yet again. The trucks, now illuminated by neon lights, become part of the vibrant nightlife. It's a city that never sleeps, always buzzing with energy and excitement. From dawn till dusk and well into the night, Calgary's oversized trucks are a testament to the city's larger-than-life personality. They are more than just vehicles, they are a symbol of Calgary's spirit and resilience. So, whether you're a fan of these mechanical marvels or just passing through, There's no denying the impact they have on the city's landscape and culture. Calgary, with its oil, gas, and oversized trucks, is truly a place like no other.
Montreal construction, confusion, and a certain joie de conduire Montreal. A city that never sleeps, always bustling with activity and constantly evolving. The city of love, language, and labyrinthine one-way streets. It's a place where every turn feels like an adventure, and every street has a story to tell. Seriously, driving in Montreal is like navigating a maze designed by a caffeine-fueled squirrel. The streets twist and turn in ways that defy logic, making even the most seasoned drivers question their sense of direction. Just when you think you know where you're going, bam! Construction. Orange cones everywhere. It's as if the city has a never-ending love affair with roadwork, constantly reinventing itself one pothole at a time. Detours that lead to more detours. It's a never-ending cycle of confusion where one wrong turn can send you spiraling into a labyrinth of closed roads and unexpected obstacles. It's enough to make you want to scream, in French, of course. The frustration is palpable, and you can almost hear the collective groans of drivers as they navigate the chaos. But despite the chaos, there's a certain joie de conduire, joy of driving, in Montreal. There's something magical about the city that makes the madness worth it. Maybe it's the charming neighborhoods or the abundance of pastry shops, the aroma of freshly baked croissants wafting through the air, the sight of quaint cafes lining the streets, and the vibrant energy of the city all contribute to the unique driving experience. Or maybe it's the fact that everyone else is just as lost as you are. Misery loves company, right? There's a sense of camaraderie among drivers, a shared understanding that we're all in this together, navigating the beautiful chaos that is Montreal. And let's not forget the cyclists, pedestrians, and public transport adding to the mix. It's a dance of sorts, a delicate balance of movement and stillness where every participant plays a crucial role. As the sun sets and the city lights up, there's a certain magic that takes over. The streets, once chaotic, now seem to glow with a warm, inviting light. It's a reminder that despite the confusion, there's beauty to be found in every corner of Montreal. The nightlife comes alive with music, laughter, and the hum of conversations filling the air. It's a city that thrives on its energy, where every moment is an opportunity to experience something new and exciting. And as the new day dawns, the cycle begins again. The streets fill with morning traffic, cafes open their doors to early risers, and joggers take to the sidewalks. It's a never-ending rhythm, a testament to the city's resilience and spirit. Montreal is a city of contrasts, where old meets new, and tradition blends seamlessly with innovation. It's a place where every street corner holds a surprise, and every journey is an adventure. So embrace the chaos, find joy in the unexpected, and let the city of Montreal take you on a ride like no other. Halifax charming streets, even more charming drivers, who may or may not use their blinkers. Halifax quaint, historic, and home to drivers who seem to think blinker fluid is optional. Seriously, it's like they're saving it for a special occasion. You'll find yourself driving behind someone who suddenly decides to turn without any warning. It's almost like a game of guess where I'm going next. But don't worry, you'll get used to it. It's part of the charm. But hey, at least they're friendly about it. They'll cut you off, then wave at you with a smile like nothing happened. It's as if they're saying, "Oops, my bad," with a cheerful grin. You can't help but forgive them because their friendliness is so disarming. It's a unique blend of politeness and audacity that you won't find anywhere else. It's oddly endearing. Like a puppy that pees on your rug, but you can't stay mad at it. You might find yourself shaking your head and laughing at the absurdity of it all. It's just one of those quirks that make Halifax what it is. The drivers here have a way of making even the most frustrating moments feel lighthearted and amusing. And the streets themselves are just as charming as the drivers. Narrow, winding roads lined with colorful houses and the salty scent of the ocean in the air. Each street tells a story, with its unique architecture and vibrant colors. You can almost feel the history seeping through the cobblestones. It's a place where every corner has a surprise waiting for you. Just be prepared to share the road with more pedestrians than cars. People here love to walk, and you'll often find them strolling along the streets, enjoying the scenery. It's a pedestrian-friendly city, and the drivers are usually quite accommodating. They'll stop and let people cross, often with a friendly wave. It's a dance of sorts between cars and pedestrians that adds to the charm of Halifax. So, take your time, enjoy the view, and embrace the quirks of this delightful city. St. John's driving on the edge, literally. St. John's, Newfoundland, where the scenery is stunning and the roads are terrifying. Imagine driving on the edge of a cliff. Now imagine that cliff is covered in fog. That's St. John's. Oh, and did I mention the hills? They're not so much hills as they are mountains disguised as roads. You'll be shifting gears more often than a race car driver. But hey, at least you'll have a great story to tell. Assuming you survive the drive, of course. Just kidding. Kind of. Winnipeg, flat as a pancake, except for the potholes. Winnipeg, the heart of Canada. And by heart, I mean geographically located in the middle. Also, it's flat, like really flat. So flat you can see your dog run away for days. The good news is, you'll never get lost. The bad news is, you'll be dodging potholes the size of small swimming pools. They're like the local mascot. But hey, at least the people are friendly. And there's always the chance you might see a polar bear wandering down the street. Ottawa, the nation's capital, where rush hour lasts all day. Ottawa, the nation's capital, a city of monuments, museums, and traffic circles. Lots and lots of traffic circles. They love them some roundabouts here. And good luck figuring out who has the right of way. It's like a game of vehicular chicken. The first one to flinch loses. But hey, at least you can brush up on your Canadian history while you're stuck in traffic. Just don't try to sneak a peek at your phone. The Mounties will get you. So you think you can drive in Canada? There you have it. A glimpse into the wild, wacky, and sometimes downright terrifying world of driving in Canada. It's an experience that will test your patience, your driving skills, and your sense of humor. So if you think you're up for the challenge, rent a car, grab a map, and maybe a helmet, and hit the open road. Just don't forget to pack your sense of adventure, and maybe a spare tire, or two.